Let's make a 2022 vision board. Every year I go back and forth with the same idea. Oh, well, it's a new year, it's a fresh start, or time isn't real, every day is the same, time is just passing us by, we're getting older, it's just another day on the counter, it's a new year, but really nothing's different, there's no different in setting a New Year's goal because it's just another day. So yeah, despite the cheesiness that comes along with a new year and setting New Year's goals, a new year, new you, I've never been a fan of new year, new me, because you and I both know that my bullshit is going into the next year automatically. I will always be the same person. I might grow a little bit, change a little bit, but I will forever be the same. So there's no new me coming, don't worry about that. I am a fan of creating goals. I am someone who loves planners. I love to-do lists. I am that kind of personality type. So vision boards for me are so much fun because A, I get to be creative, which I love to do, and B, it gives me a nice visual kind of representation, visual reminder of things I'd like to accomplish, things I like, things that are positive, things that just make me feel the best. There are two things I do want to address. One, I do in fact have the Yule log going. Okay, she's classy, she's iconic, she is the moment, and she's here for the video. So enjoy. And two, I know this is like a lot of magazines, a whole lot going on here. I'm not particularly reading them, I'm just cutting things out. I don't want these to go to waste. I'm taking them to the hospital that I work at. In our therapy department, we kind of have a spot for magazines and newspapers and things like that. We take to patients that stay in the hospital for a long time. We bring them things to do. So we bring them things like magazines or coloring books and things. So these will be donated to the hospital I work at. So they will have a second use. These are not going straight in the trash. You know me. You know I try to reduce, reuse, recycle, get a second purpose out of things. So these will have a new home after I'm finished with my vision board. As I start looking for things that inspire me in these magazines, quick story time. I obviously had to go to the store to buy all these magazines, and the lady that was checking me out was like, "Oh my God, are you doing a vision board?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I am." She's like, "Oh, that's so fun. That's so cool. Like, where are you gonna put it?" I was like, "Oh, well, I just like keep it in my room, whatever." And I hate that I said this because I don't ever do this, but it slipped out of my mouth. I said, I actually have a YouTube channel and I'm going to be filming myself like putting together my vision board. And she was like, "Oh my God, that's so cool. Like, what's your YouTube channel?" I told her, it's just like my name. She's like, "I'm totally going to watch it." So Kelly from Publix, if you're watching this, thanks. You were very sweet. And it was just a really funny interaction because I never just like blurt out that I have a YouTube channel, but something just told me to say it. I feel like my 2021 was pretty solid though. Definitely a more relaxed year, and I feel like I had a lot of moments to kind of reflect and realize just how precious life is and how important it is to do the small things in life, like gather with your family and gather with your friends. Things you took for granted in the beginning of the pandemic, and now you realize like, wow, these like little things we always used to do, like you can just easily take for granted. So definitely a lot of reflecting this year, I think, for me personally. And otherwise, like some good moments. I mean, what's really cool is I hit 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, which was like a crazy milestone for me. I was able to travel with my cousin and some of her friends. Had a lot of really great memories and really awesome moments on that trip. Also in 2021, I was able to introduce Sincerely Kayla, which if you don't know, that is my health, wellness, fitness sort of Instagram. She used to be Carb Free Kayla, but if you missed that video a few back, I talked about quitting keto and all of that. So I didn't want Carb Free Kayla to really define me anymore. I didn't want that to be an Instagram solely based on healthy eating all of the time. I really wanted an Instagram to just dedicate like real life things and what it's really like to have fitness goals and health goals and kind of just like the struggles in between, because I feel like a lot of like your favorite fitness influencers and a lot of people that we look up to on social media, they only post like the most perfect sides, like sometimes photoshopped sides, sometimes like, things that just seem so unrealistic. I didn't want to do that. So I was really excited to kind of launch, if you will, Sincerely Kayla. I've been really proud of it and I love the rebrand of it so much. So I feel like as I've aged and as I've done vision boards and as I've thought about New Year's and everything like that, some things I've learned in the sense of setting goals for yourself or, whatever, is to make them realistic. I've learned to kind of think of your goals as adding to things that you already do now instead of taking things away. I feel like if you make your goals more obtainable in a similar way, they're easier to do. So for example, if you were just like, okay, I want to not waste my time inside anymore. I want to go outside every single day and go for a walk. And just say, I want to incorporate 2 outdoor walks a week for the first 6 months and see how that goes. Or even just start with like 1 outdoor walk a week. Or you could say, instead of like, I'm gonna quit staying inside, you could also say like, instead of sitting in front of my couch watching TV for just like 7 days in a row, you could say, for 2 or 3 days while I'm watching TV at night, I'm going to like pick up some dumbbells and like work out a little bit, or I can do like a home workout or something. That way you don't like villainize like staying inside. Like you don't have to just go outside every day of your life. Like you can alter that. So hopefully that makes sense, but that's kind of been my sort of goal setting mindset of just like, how can we add things and alter them versus like, I'm stopping this and quitting this. Like set yourself some realistic goals, and I feel like that makes the world of a difference. I cut out most of these off camera because I did not want to bore you guys to tears with me just flipping through pages and finding things to cut out. I went all out this year. I got a pretty large poster board here, like she has some density. If you want to make a vision board, first of all, you can just use like printer paper. You can use a piece of cardstock. You don't have to go this crazy. I did because I am crazy. You also don't even have to really print or cut things out if you don't want to. You can go on Pinterest, make a Pinterest board with your New Year's resolutions or your vision board. You can make it your phone background. You can do whatever you want. I honestly don't know what to expect for 2022. Usually at the end of every year, I have maybe an idea of where I want to travel for the year. I have an idea of like some goals that I want to set. I really don't know what I have in store for 2022. I also need to figure out like where I want to travel next year, because I do have one goal that I have every year. My annual goal in life is traveling to at least one new place every year. I even told myself like if it was a year I couldn't afford to travel or just travel like wasn't happening for me, that I would at least road trip to a different town or city within North Carolina. So regardless of if I can't travel like out of the country, out of the state, like I would at least go to a new place, period. So this year, my new place was, I went to several new places. I'd never been to Washington, D.C., had never been to Pennsylvania, had never been to Maryland. So I checked all of those off this year, which is really cool. Obviously, a big life goal for me is just to visit at least every single state one time. So next year, obviously, I'll have to go somewhere new, and I don't know where I want to go. So if you have any idea, let me know where I should go in the new year. In 2020, if you're wondering, you're like, there was a pandemic, where did you go? I went to London in 2020 before the pandemic, which was crazy. It was a great trip. I think I have a video, I think I have a vlog about my travels to London. It might be private, but if it's private, I'll make it public if you want to check it out. It's when I kind of was like getting into like the YouTube stuff. I was like, I'm gonna vlog this trip. Again, it was pre-COVID. This was February 2020, so before things got like really bad in the US in like March. My friend Sophia and I, we were in London and we were like, what is coronavirus? Like, what is this thing? Like, it seems pretty bad. Like, I remember my parents texting me before we flew home. They said, wear a mask on the plane. They said, there's this thing called coronavirus, like be really careful, blah, blah, blah. And we were like, no, like, we're not gonna wear a mask on the plane. That's silly. Look at us now. Like, honestly, like, it's crazy that we made it out of the country and back safely and on time, and we didn't get COVID before COVID was like really bad. It was honestly a blessing. The trip, of course, was pre-planned before COVID even was a thing. So it's wild that we were able to do that. But I'm going to insert a clip after my talking point. We were literally on the London Eye. There was someone coughing. You know, if you've ever been to London, like the London Eye, like the bubbles on the little Ferris wheel, someone was in that bubble with us, profusely coughing, like coughing up a lung. It sounded horrible. And then when Sophia and I got off of the London Eye, we were joking. We're like, someone has coronavirus on there. Hee hee. They probably did have COVID. Honestly, like looking back, I'm going to show you that little clip because I was filming it. We thought it was so funny, but at this point in time, it's probably true. You're so close. Wait, move to the left a little bit. Yeah, you got it. You got it. No. We didn't film at all while we were on that. It was kind of scary. And also Big Ben is... Also there was this kid coughing. Someone has the coronavirus on in the bubble
and it's
that we were
limited
in.
air. Very limited air.
Okay, so I have all of my cutouts here. Now it's time to assemble, which is the best part. She's done. I'm really excited with how this came out. I feel like it's very aesthetically pleasing. She's got goals, she's got ambitions. We love. So let's discuss what's on my 2022 vision board. Obviously, starting out in the middle, we have 2022 and fresh start. This little background behind 2022 is just a bunch of like printed out photos. I've always been a sucker for taking photos. I love capturing memories. I love having things to look back on. So more photos, more videos, the better. I have 100K here because I really hope that I hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube in 2022, which reminds me, if you're not subscribed already, click it down below. Help me reach my goal for 2022. Mental health, little cutout there because mental health is important and I want to continue to improve my mental health in 2022 and just take care of myself, not only physically, but mentally. But physically, of course, working out, staying in shape, but also train happy for body and mind. So not necessarily just working out for aesthetics, not just working out to like look a certain way, but to keep myself strong mentally and physically and to feel good about the body that I'm in. In this corner, I just have a stack of books I want to read more in 2022. Spread the love, of course. The world and your neighbor and your friends and your family could always use more love. So just being kind to people. Same with gratitude, just being grateful and appreciative of things in life. I have a little like travel section up here. This is a plane. And then I like this little, can you see her? There we go. She just has like passports and paperwork coming out of her head with a little suitcase thought bubble. Thought that was cool. I just liked how she looked. But just travel, don't know where to, but traveling for sure. And then just below that, I have this cutout of a girl just like journaling, because I think journaling and writing is just so important. I'm kind of connected to therapy because I definitely want to find a therapist in 2022. Long overdue to have a therapist, very long overdue. I feel like that would benefit me in the new year and in the years to come, of course. Mindfulness. I have this in giant letters here because it's just important to like be in the moment, be aware of things that are happening. Then up here we have just some healthy food cutouts because it's always important to eat well, eat better. I have this little cutout that says take a walk because I've been getting really into outdoor walks recently, which I know is not revolutionary, but just getting outside, getting one with nature, a little vitamin D. Outside walks are great. This is just like a little like drawer organization. I just want to be more organized in 2022. All right, like I can just organize my stuff better, whittle out the stuff I don't wear anymore, whittle out things I don't use anymore, stay organized. I have success here in whatever area of life. Success is just a good thing. Then I have, let's see, this is a girl just doing like a little indoor workout, little yoga moment. I think just like meditating, yoga, sort of like feel good thing is great. Followed closely by this giant thing of confidence because just always working to improve your confidence, feeling good in your skin, feeling good with who you are as a person. And then followed down by this lovely woman here, enjoying maybe like a spa day. She has her hair in a towel, little face mask on. Just pampering yourself, treating yourself, right? Like getting massages. I got so many massages in 2021. Freaking game changer. I'll be getting more of those in 2022. But just taking care of yourself also in other ways, such as like treating yourself, pampering yourself, very important. I like this little cartoon of like a mixer because just baking and cooking, I want to just do more of that, explore more in the kitchen. I have a picture of a beach back here because you best believe I'm going on my solo beach trip again. That was like one of the best things I ever did. I did film a video about it, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. I probably won't vlog it next year so I can be in complete solitude, but it was seriously one of the best things ever, and I swore to myself I would make it an annual trip, so I am going. It's on my vision board, so it's happening. Less is more kind of ties with the organization, just like getting rid of shit that I don't need, like simplicity. Not like being a minimalist, but just like less is more. Like have the essentials and go with that. I liked this photo just because this is Emily Radikowski or whatever her name is. I just liked her outfit. Style was cool, so I kind of threw that in there for like style, like working more on like fashion and like dressing cool and really taking pride in like my outfits and stuff. Positivity following up in the corner here because everyone can be more positive, and just looking at the brighter side of life because we could all use a little more positivity. So, and then I think I have everything other than my last thing, which is your strongest year. Just continuing to strength train. I think strength training has been so beneficial for me instead of just like doing cardio all the time and doing this. Like strength training is so fun for me. So I want to make it my strongest year. I just now have to figure out where I'm going to put this in my room because it is rather large. And again, it's poster board. So this is it. That's all I have, guys. This is my 2022 vision board. Thanks for coming along with me to watch me create it and talk about my goals for the new year. And again, thank you so much for watching, for being here week after week. I love you guys so much. Have a happy freaking new year. Enjoy your New Year's Eve, enjoy your New Year's Day. If you don't do anything cool, if you have a big party, cool. Be safe, be careful. I'll see you guys in 2022.